Oh boy. Look, pal. If I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have done it, or said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. Why was she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the Chief again. Later, pal. I guess he went back in. Gant's got too much to hide. I think earlier in case Lana was trying to protect Emma. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she was busy for the rest of the day. In the meantime, we are going straight back to the detention center. Here we go, Lana.
I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here.
But I've already told you all I can.
Well, you've told me over these past couple of days. It's absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing.
Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman.
You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words.
Leah did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous.
Huh?
It seems Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right. Gant's got too much to hide, and I think earlier in the case, Lana was just trying to protect Emma, I presume. That's a possible theory. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Okay, for starters, we are going to present the jar. But first, actually, no, let me talk to her first. Keeping quiet. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted that you did it, yet there's no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so, because of a certain individual.
What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person?
Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is the person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name?
Well, I'm pretty sure David Gant. Well, this guy?
Oh.
Gotcha.
Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place.
I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know?
Damon Gant.
We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes?
His crimes?
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course, these are serious offenses.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant?
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery.
The only
party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was...
me. had access because I was second in command of that investigation.
Yes, you, but also one other. Chief Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case.
Sure thing. How about this unstable jar? I think that would be good. Or, you know what? Maybe we can go with the evidence list. I think the evidence list. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece, and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? These are pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him?
Touché, Mr. Wright.
Gotcha.
It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
In the murder of Detective Goodman.
Or perhaps I should say follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate.
Orders.
Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day.
An order to obey?
I need to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You found it inside the trunk of Miles Edwards' car.
So even Edgeworth didn't even know about this. Oh man, that poor man. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edward's car. The trunk's lock was broken. And I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body.
Murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife?
No. When I found the body, was the knife stuck in this was the knife stuck in it.
The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife.
I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife.
I'm murdering a murdering body. No wait, hold on. Let me redo that one. I'm murdering an already murdered body.
Stabbing a murdered body, yeah.
That would be Edgeworth's knife.
That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that's the reason for the bandage.
And that's the reason for the bandage on your right hand?
Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in.
Mr. Huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly?
It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I never wanted it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible.
So, you hid Dark's knife?
The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that.
So, you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe.
Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone under force to know about this.
That would explain why Emmett is so confident about Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
A bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. Phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall.
Oh, now this is where Marshall's involvement is. To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
No, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
Yeah, never died, that's for sure. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had always stolen the ID card. But it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So, your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. Man, she's just as guilty as Gant.
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
But, Lana...
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
Oh, we're going to. Well, for an afternoon, getting a little tired again, but I want to stream Dodge Dragon Streets of Rage in a few hours. Okay, yeah, have a good nap. You can probably lurk if you wanted to. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. Got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. To be continued.